Welcome back for round one. My opponent won the die roll and is playing last. Considering I have a fixer for my white as well as a Seagate Oracle, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. It's a bit risky with only 2 lands. If I reach 3, though, I'll feel confident I'll be able to cycle through some cards with the Seagate Oracle. If there's an emergency, I do have a Narcolepsy as a removal as well. Alright, and here what I'll probably do is I'll let him spend the mana to get up to a 5/5, chump block it, and then put the Narcolepsy on it, so he's wasted a bunch of mana on it. Maybe wait until it gets up to a 4, level 4. We'll see how the game plays out, obviously, though, but for right now, that's the plan. As much as I want the leveler, I do need the land. I need to make sure I hit my land drop at this point. Okay, I will just go ahead and put Narcolepsy on that now. Actually, I think I will wait a turn and chump block. I'll play the Giant now, as that lets me use my mana a little bit more efficiently. And here I'll grab a second white, as that will allow me to drop the Angel if need be. So here I could have put the Narcolepsy on the flyer, but for right now I think I'll just take the damage, or I can chump block with my Griffin if I need to. Next turn I can search up and play another Narcolepsy. And there obviously is where I hope... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and pause and restart. Alright, it appears as it was not a fatal error. It was just Magic Online being special. Alright, here if I just draw an island, I'll be in good shape. Oh, that actually means if I draw any land, I will be in good shape. Here I will swing in with just those two for now. If he wants to trade, he can, but then I'll just trade if he attacks with that. And so at this point, basically any land can be treated as a likely chance for me to win. This card is just very powerful. That's why I was surprised I got a third pick like that. Here I'm just going to chump block him at 5, so I'll most likely just be chumping blocking that for a while. Unless I draw a land, of course. Or that. And there's the concession. And that's why I really like Narcolepsy. It doesn't seem like your usual removal, but it stops so much that it works. He is playing levelers, but there is, at the very least, a few enchantments that I probably want to get rid of. Here I'll take out that, as it doesn't seem as useful as it could be. And I think for right now I will take out the Ancient Stirrings. It does put me a little heavier into white, but I think I should be okay. And there's the game. They're playing first this time. I'll go ahead and keep this, as really any 2 lands will make it a lot more bearable. Alright, and then here I play my own flyer. And then I'll go ahead and play the Bulwark. It'll be a very effective blocker for that for a while. Looks like there's just small display errors. It's showing the level up. I'm sure if my opponent played it too quickly or what, but... So here I can level up. I think actually the right play is to play my Ondu Giant. If I put myself closer to being able to play the Sphinx, I'll be in a good position. So this next turn, if he wants, he can attack, or he can level it up twice, which is really fine with me, as I'll just obviously play Narcolepsy on it and make him have wasted essentially 9 mana on it. I don't feel the need to chump block at this point. I'll just take 4 damage. And then here, for right now, I will just level up my guy, start working towards that. So here I have a few options. I think the best is just going to be attack and play the Dawn Glow Invoker. I mean, I could have played another Bulwark, but I'm not afraid of his attack at this moment. And I could have fetched up the Drake Umbra to make one of my creatures a lot larger, but I'm comfortable with where the race is at this point. Especially as I essentially have access to two narcolepsies, so. He might have a trick, so I'm not going to attack into this, so for right now I'll just play another narcolepsy on it. And then play my Bulwark. Although in that case, it may have actually been smarter to pay to level up that another token. It tells me I didn't have a trick, but a trick to kill my creature, but I got a way to stop my attack. So at this point, I think I'm just going to level up my knight. I mean, I could fetch up the other narcolepsy, which has its own merits. I think, however, I'm just going to level up the knight. Here I don't have any profitable attacks as he just kills one of my creatures for me to do 4 damage, which is not worthwhile at this point. That definitely makes me more inclined to pull up the narcolepsy for that flyer, as it'll be very difficult to deal with. As it only gives +3/+3, I still can't force through that, so I will just play this to grab another narcolepsy. It's an interesting choice if he decides to attack here, is I just chump block with a creature. His other creatures are defender, so I'm not too concerned. At this point, I would obviously just like another blue or even green mana. Just any more mana, really. Once again, there's not much point in me attacking. I just lose a creature to deal 4 damage. Well, that's very unfortunate. That'll get very deadly for me very quickly. In fact, it'll be deadly next turn. Well, actually, it won't be quite deadly, so I have those two. Okay. And he has no flying blockers, so I can get in for... I think at this point I want to play the Drake Umbra on the Totem Guide to put up 7 damage, which leaves him dead to any 2 of the creatures next turn. And this still leaves him with enough blockers to block his entire team if he attacks with, even with the Enclave Cryptologist. Well, that would definitely be game. Not much I can do against that. I didn't have one of my removals, which would have, or if I had one of my enchantment removals, or if I had drawn land earlier. Given his deck, I definitely think I want to play first. Unfortunately, this is a pretty terrible hand, so I will be mulliganing that. This isn't much better, but at least I have more than 2 colors of land. Alright, here I definitely wouldn't mind another land. We'll see what happens. And here I definitely just play the regress on his Cryptologist, as that essentially means he's wasted 5 mana. He didn't filter in response, so I actually misplayed that now thing, but I should have waited until he played another level counter on it. So that was a misplay on my part. And here, I'd rather just take the 1 damage and let him put the mana into leveling. He actually could have pushed through the 1 damage if he wanted to. Okay. thank you for another land. I mean, I might end up taking 4 damage, or he actually can't take 4 damage. He might put 2 level counters on that, which if he does, it's fine with me. As the Knight then Narcolepsy, he's wasted a bunch of mana. Alright, so here it is once again. I'm hoping to draw any land. Alright, so there's the land that I needed. I'll definitely play my Sphinx. So here, if he wants to push through 5 damage, he can. As he can tap down this. In this case, he actually has to deal 9 damage to me. Or even more. Let's see here. I do think I sacrifice. It's possible I just sacrifice 2 lands. Yeah, I think sacrificing 2 lands is probably the right choice. And obviously I play another one of those. I actually can't afford to attack at this point. No, I can. If he goes to double tap things, I can pump my giant with my pumps. Well, yeah, so I can't draw a card and put up a counter on it right now. I'm not sure what I'm airing all over the place for, but I definitely go in for the attack here. Not anything I can do about that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I would say at this point it's looking pretty grim. It's a good thing he can't get that all the way up right now, so I will be able to put a narcolepsy on that before he gets Shroud. I mean, at this point, I still don't really have any profitable attacks. Here I think I essentially have to trade my might for that, as can't really afford to just chump block. Unfortunately, I'd say it's definitely looking rather grim for me at this point. Well, here I think my only real option is to play my Umbra. He'll tap it, most likely, the creature in response, but that's the only option I have. I can then chump block this next turn. And hopefully not die. Although he can potentially kill me next turn if he plays it correctly, as he just has to tap one of my creatures, equip this cleaver on this, and attack with both, and I'm dead. But he did not see that. I haven't seen any pumps for him, so it's entirely possible I should just take this damage and take 4. I think I'm going to risk that instead of chumping at the moment. We'll see right here if he has the pump to kill me. It appears he does not. Unfortunately, I really want to draw a land there. He'll have me dead next turn if he plays it correctly. We'll find out if he does or not. It's an interesting choice on his part. I mean, like I said, he's had now a few combat phases he could have killed me with, but he hasn't done it yet. I really don't think there's anything I can pull out at this point to win. That is definitely not it. Well, thank you for watching. Sorry, it's just one round.